What's up, guys? We got some firsts today, man. Put down the fucking burrito, man. It's time, baby. Now, have a look at this picture here. What's your first impression? Like, if you were a headhunter, like you were a professional, like recruiter, what would you say would be her job? Would you say, my first thought was MMA. I was thinking, man, this bitch could take on 20 thugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just take them down. When I see her, all I see is guys with their teeth knocked out, blood everywhere, throat caved in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thought is fear. Fear, terror, terror. That's what I feel. Yo, girl. Yo, girl, the terrorizer. She's right here. There she is. There she is. Don't you feel it? Don't you in your gut? You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, you're embarrassed to feel this terror for this woman, But you got to accept it at some point, right? She's fucking terrifying. In fact, you're not wrong. Hey, she is the security chief for the Louvre Museum, which has some of history's, greatest artifacts. It's really an amazing thing. If you haven't been to the Louvre, on a serious note here, you got to go. You should go. I've been to the Louvre, I think 2 or 3 times back in the 80s, back in the mid 80s. My first trips, maybe you guys don't know, but were to Paris because my sister lived there and I had a free place to stay. So all I had to do was buy a ticket. And I remember I got a ticket for $199 to Paris. And I was like, yeah, baby, I'm going to Paris. Because even back then, $199 was nothing. You know what I mean? It was in the LA Times. They had these ads. I thought it was a scam, And sure enough, it was real. They had these I don't know how they did it. They were called consolidators, I think, airline consolidators. They had these insane prices. I think I got a Tokyo trip for $199 too. Anyway, it was a great time to travel, except for one thing. Everybody smoked on the fucking plane. That was that was the negative, man. But they'd be sitting right next to you, but they were in the smoking section. And you're in the non-smoking. So, it was great. But, okay. Oh, and by the way, I remember there was a rugby team on our flight from England, right? They're flying back home. Or they're flying back to Europe for some reason from LA. And they were on our flight, and they started drinking beer. And they drank the whole plane dry. Like, I remember I was sitting near them. And they were fun, actually. The guys were cool. And then they're like, no more beer. The lady's like, no, we don't have no wine, no whiskey. They ain't drinking the whole plane dry, which I thought was pretty impressive at the time. Okay, so back to this wonderful, terrorizing, what do you call her? She's probably worse than a nuclear weapon. I mean, you unleash this beast and shit's going down. Society's going down the fucking drain. This bitch is putting them in the coffin, man. You know what I mean? And she is, in fact, the security chief, which is a perfect job for her. Perfect job. Okay, so looks like there's another historic first, which you guys might not know about, is to lose the French crown jewels. So, hey, 2 firsts. And you know what's funny? Whenever I hear these firsts about women, it's often another first later on that they don't talk about. But this article is luckily giving us the lowdown. She was the first to lose French crown jewels. And I'm going to say here, I can't say for sure, and of course I'm not accusing her. These are just conjectures. But in my experience, often when there's a female and a bunch of guys do something criminal, that they were in on it together. This is very common. Every time a convict escapes, some kind of maximum security type place, it's always a female counselor. And then they find out they're living together. And then usually the guy, true story, so many times, is the guy is convicted of taking out somebody, right? And then after 3 or 4 years together, he takes her out. So there's a first all the time here. Women are just first. Don't you feel second rate? For me, I feel it in my gut. I'm like, man, I wish I could get taken out by a guy that I knew was going to take me out. Awesome. And the thing is, it was worth it. It was so worth it. She had 4 years with a bad boy until, he slit her throat or something, until then. But hey, every woman would trade. That's why I think that 100% the cops should investigate her and the first director of the museum, who's also female. So we got two targets, 100%. These guys had inside access. And why do I say that? History's been made. Hey, Jesse James, he's back from the dead. Jesse James, holy shit. I've had that guy who was taken out a long time ago. Man, am I wrong? This is the age of AI. Oh, there they are together. Here we go. Dominique Buffoon and the other one. They're accused of being diversity hires. Accused. I love that word, accused. Like, can't we just say are? Does the word are not exist anymore? Or is? She is, they are. I learned that in school. You learned it too. And hey, it comes in useful here. But unfortunately, the reporters don't have the same level of education as we do, which is very low. We have very low. So we must respect everything. They're always being accused of being DEI. I mean, come on. Who would not hire this terrifying duo to guard Napoleon's crown jewels? Like, who would not do that? I mean, you got the Mona Lisa, right? You got the crown jewels. You got all the emperors. If you walk through that place, it's like huge. The Louvre is massive, dude. That's why I went a couple times, because it's like you can't see it all. I didn't realize how big the place was. I was used to American museums. Maybe it's a little better now. I'm talking like in the mid 80s. American museums where they kind of like, they tend to make things bite-sized for you. The French, they just had it all there, which was great. You can go back to the Sumerians, the Phoenicians. They had everything there. It was amazing. They had so much stuff. When I was there, it was even on the stairwell. There was like priceless art on the stairwell. Well, it's not on the stairwell anymore, because now, guess what? As a first, it's being melted down for parts. There you go. A first. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I think it's wonderful. And they took 9 priceless treasures. Guess what? Let's just read this. Over the weekend, a crew of thieves rolled up to a famous Paris museum in broad daylight. And now they didn't mention while the museum was open. And they pulled up in front of the museum and nobody did anything. Why not? I know why. The reason why, the camera wasn't working. Oh, cameras. Come on. Can you expect? You ask too much, son. Like security. Cameras are a new thing, right? They're not like, you can't just get them at Costco or Walmart. Come on now. Come on, son. What are you talking about, sir? No, you can't do that. Cameras, they'll get to it. Come on, these security women. Everybody knows they're the cutting edge. They're going to have AI lasers here. But unfortunately, on this day, there was no camera looking outside the window. And why would you do that when you have the crown jewels behind glass? You know what I mean? Like, hey, who could ever get that? Unfortunately, we see that somebody did get that, which was unexpected by the security director and by the director of the museum. They could never imagine. Who would want to steal $100 million tiara? Nobody. Come on, just come in and get some baguettes. Baguettes. Yes, that's all you need, baby. And a white hat. They came in broad daylight when the museum was open. They used a crane. Okay, so they pulled up in a rental crane. Okay, huge rental crane. Parked it in front of the museum. Put cones up. Okay? Everybody knows cones. You can't get through cones. Don't fucking think about it, boy. You will be dead, baby, killed. You will be eviscerated when you see a cone. When I see a cone, I'm terrified. I run the other way, as you should too. Just be careful. So they had cones. And you know why? You know why? There was another thing you might not be aware of. They had yellow vests on. Yellow vest, my God. Oh, my God. I just took a shit in my pants. Son, you'll go there. Don't worry. The yellow vest, it's powerful. It's the highest. When you get in the video game, it's the highest thing. Well, you got the cones, they're way up there, right? The final boss, the yellow vest. I mean, yellow vests, they don't just hand those out. You can't just buy those at fucking Home Depot. No. These are state security, high security. They came up with a rental crane, some Yamaha T-Maxes. Now, they made a mistake in this article. At the bottom, they said cheap motorcycles. Let me tell you something. They don't know shit about motorcycles because the Yamaha T-Max is a badass fucking thing. I think it's a 700cc. Man, if you ever get a chance to ride a T-Max, you fucking should. They are fucking fun to drive, dude. They are something, man. They're basically like a race bike scooter, like a transformer. They are fucking fun, dude. And we are planning. Okay, there's two things right now. Philippine Summit's next month. Get your fucking ticket. You got like just over 3 weeks, about less than a month. November 21st, 22nd, 23rd is Philippines Cebu Summit. So buy a ticket, pause this video, get a flight to Cebu, try to land about the 20th or something, and then don't worry, everything's easy. Taxis, we'll help you. There's one of the guys, Grizz, is living in the Philippines. He's going to help us. I've been to the Philippines a lot, and I know where we're staying. I've stayed there before. Everything is planned out. We're going to do tons of fun shit. There's going to be a few things around for the guys that are interested. Once in a while, you might see an LBFM type situation. I can't say for sure, not sure what that means, but there is that for somebody. And for other guys like myself, really could give a shit, I'm going to be scuba diving after the summit. We're going to go to a very fantastic, famous place with a 100-foot drop-off underwater, sharks, 150-foot plus visibility, world-class diving. We're going to travel. I'm going to be there about 2.5 weeks probably. Haven't got my ticket yet, probably 2.5 weeks. So after the summit, we're going to go to the island that Grizz lives on. We're going to go diving. We're going to do tons of cool shit. If you've never been to the Philippines, this is your chance. This is going to be a fun trip. It's going to be very inexpensive. We're going to share rooms if you want. Of course, if you want to stay in the Citadines, like in a nice room, that's right next to us. No problem. But you got inexpensive rooms. You got nice rooms. Philippines got it all. You want a good steak. You can get a good steak. You want to go to a tuna restaurant with a fucking whole tuna in the restaurant. I mean, the whole tuna just sitting there, like a pig on a stick, sitting there and like turning around and cooking. And you order parts of the tuna off the fucking whole tuna. We're going to go to a restaurant like that. I've been there before. It's fantastic. It's one of the most interesting restaurants. We're going to eat. A lot of people say Philippines doesn't have good food, but I'm going to show you some food. A lot of guys that say that, they haven't traveled that much. Often they haven't been in Asia that long. I've been here almost 40 years, and I'm telling you, there is good food in the Philippines. And it's going to be like local stuff, like local fisherman stuff, right? Local stuff and difficult to cook stuff. And you won't get it in the mall, is what I'm saying. You go to the mall in the Philippines, they're right. You go to the mall, you're going to get, it's inexpensive and, you know what I mean, it tastes fine, and but it's not healthy, right? It's not super healthy. But we're going to have, I'm telling you, we're going to have great food. Trust me, 100%. Absolutely delicious. There's like a sashimi type dish with ginger in it, made fresh from fish caught in the ocean in front of you. Beautiful, beautiful. That stuff is just, I'm telling you, it is so good. It's got this bite to it. Oh my goodness. We're talking like really good and really fresh. That's the thing about the Philippines. Everything we're going to eat, or, most of the things are caught right in front of us, or, you know what I mean? They're like right there. They're not shipped in from some frozen, hellhole somewhere. You know what I mean? Real deal. That's coming up. If you can only make the summit, come to the summit, meet tons of guys, and you're gonna see some adventure because we're gonna Philippines to me is adventure. Me, Philippines is not LBFMs. To me, Philippines is adventure. Climbing fucking coconut trees, going to crazy places, underwater, overground, caves. I mean, I love the Philippines. And Philippines is my first crazy Asian destination back in 1989. I got a lot of great stories. Cannot tell you how I like such a fucking fun trip. And it kind of won my heart. I love the Philippines. We're going to have a great time. And it's coming up less than 3 weeks away. But back to this article in the T-Max. So they got away on Yamaha T-Maxes, which they said were cheap motorcycles in this article, which is fucking incorrect. They're not cheap at all, T-Maxes. And FYI, we're thinking about, if we got enough guys, a Japan motorcycle tour in spring. Okay? So think about that. If you can make it, start telling me dates. You know what I mean? We'll start to make a plan. And let's do that. I want to do it. I want to rent the bikes, kind of semi plan here. Rent the bikes in Osaka. They have even cheap bikes as cheap as I think $11 a day for a very small bike, but you don't need a big bike in Japan. It's fine. And then for a very nice bike, of course, you're probably at like $27 a day or something like that, right? But very reasonable. And we can get the bikes. We can do Shikoku Island, which is awesome. Shikoku is wonderful. The girls are sweet. You're far away from Tokyo. I mean, very far away. You're really in Japan in Shikoku. There's wonderful temples. There's good surfing. Good fucking surfing down in the south of Shikoku. Some of the best surfing in Asia. Really good break. Very consistent. I forget the name of the city, but it's just, if you look at the Shikoku Island in the very south in the middle, there's like a city there, right there. One of my old girlfriends, her uncle, he surfed down there. Sent me a bunch of pictures. Looked really fun. I've never surfed it, but it's supposed to be a great break. And I've seen the pictures, so I know it's a good break. And it's not one of these breaks that breaks once a year. Like, it's consistent. Just pound, 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 which is what some guys are going to be doing in the Philippines. So anyway, they got away on some badass bikes. I got to hand it to these guys. High five to the thieves. I mean, they just walked into a fucking... They came in with a grinder, okay? Not the app. Guys, get off the grinder app. I'm talking about a grinder that grinds through things like steel and concrete. Well, they had a grinder. They ground in broad daylight through the door. They ground through the fucking glass door. On the second floor, right there, in front of everybody. Guys walking by. Bzzz, just, what are you doing there? Oh, we're just getting the crown jewels. Yeah. Beware the cones and get away. White, yellow vest. Okay. And then people said, oh, merci. Everybody was like, okay. No problem. No problem. Go. Diversity. DEI. Yes. Very good. Everybody was like that as they walked by. I saw a video. Okay, so they stole 9 priceless treasures. Now, the word priceless is often misused. No, in this case, we're talking priceless. Yeah, we're talking like real priceless here. And guess what? The best part of it is they're worth a lot of money melted down. So most of the time, and this is why this is like important to look at history. When art is taken or jewelry, generally it's not worth as much, or it's not worth very much melted down. It's more worth historical value. So because of that, humanity knows they'll get it back. Like it might be one more generation. Like some rich guy will buy it. He'll put it in his garage or his attic, and then he'll die, and then his grandparents will find it, grandchildren will find it, and then it'll come back to the museum. That's what generally happens, or another museum. But the worst case scenario is when something's taken and destroyed, because then there's nothing good happening, nothing, and that's the case here. These guys, 4 guys, and did I tell you they didn't have a gun or knife? No, they were unarmed. 4 guys walked into the Louvre through the second floor. They ground the door in front of everybody through the lock. They opened the door. Guess what? There was no camera outside, like I said, and there was no working cameras in the room. with the priceless jewels. No working cameras. And you know, girl, your girl, she's on that shit. Your girl, she's out there. Those cameras, man, I don't know what happened. She was going to buy them. And she told me, she said, baby, I'm going to get those fucking cameras for the priceless French historic jewels. But Western side, but on the way to the fucking, she told me, she was like, man, I was going to get the best ones. But my friend called me and she was at the dog park and then we went to get her hair done, get her nails done. I got a new necklace, ethnic, very nice, terrifying like the other one. And she just didn't make it. I mean, she was planning on it. She had a great plan. And the plan was to have some kind of security here because there was no guards. So there was no guards, no cameras, priceless jewels, one thin sheet of glass away. But luckily, you could just walk up and just open the door, take the stuff, right? Go downstairs, get on your motorcycle, and drive away. That luckily, right? You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that, a lot has changed in the world. Things have gone downhill, but you can still walk into a museum, cut the lock in front of a bunch of people. I mean, like, the Louvre is in the middle of town, guys. Like, it's near Pont Neuf. It's like fucking, it's in the middle of town, okay? There's tons of shit going on, right? Like, there's a lot of shit down there, right? And there's guys with machine guns walking around everywhere there. Everywhere. That was a shock to me when I first went to Paris. How many dudes with submachine guns there were. They're walking across the Pont Neuf, like the bridge. It's the old bridge right near there. And yet there was no interaction with the staff. So they just left. It reminds me, like, the world is becoming convenient with convenience stores. And I think this is another thing like that. You come in, you cut the lock, you open the door, you walk out with the jewels, you get on a scooter, which is environmentally friendly, the 750. Very nice. Exhaust pipe on there, very nice. Very clean for a 750. Quiet. It's good for the environment. No noise pollution. I'd say it's a very, overall, I would say in the global warming index, this was a very good break-in here. Very good, very good. And they got away, no problems. Those bikes get decent mileage, not the best mileage, but there was probably a little bit of carbon going out there at the back of the bikes. So they could improve it. I think the next time, if I was going to give some advice to the thieves, I would say you probably want to use an electric bike next time because, let's face it, you're probably driving quickly. The battery, going to be less pollution. Let's face it here. Come on now. We can always improve things. Here we go. There it is right there. Went up there. Let's see, the gold crown. They got that back because, one, it was destroyed, crushed. Two, it fell on the ground. And three, they didn't have enough time. So they had to leave it. So it's going to probably cost $1 gazillion to put it back together. But anyway, they ended up with some of this stuff here. Let's see. This one left. This one, that one got away. Yeah, these things, like maybe we'll find some more. Maybe in the old back of the bakery, behind the baguettes and everything, we're going to find a few crown jewels that maybe somebody hid away there in the oven or something. I don't know. What is priceless and what is history anyway? Come on. Everybody knows history is white supremacy anyway. It's a good thing. You know what? And you think about it this way. What if, just think about this. I'm not saying they are, but let's say they were Albanians, right? Let's say they were ethnic immigrants. And think about that. Don't they need money? They need money for food. I mean, there was that famous video by AOC where she said, they need bread. They need to live. And then there's videos of guys just smashing the Apple store and taking everything and destroying, the jewelry, the other jewelry stores and gold stores. They need, come on now. I think this was a good thing. The Albanians or whoever it was, come on. They need the money more than you. And you melt these things down. They're worth something, right? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. 1,000 diamonds. Inestimable value. Wow. Is that really a word? Inestimable. I don't know if that really is. Might be. The thieves targeted blah, blah, blah. It was only 4 minutes, actually. 7 minutes was the total. 7 minutes they pulled up, right? Put the cones up, yellow vests, got everybody around there, got the crane up. But they actually, the heist took 4 minutes. And luckily, in those 4 minutes, nobody stopped them. Nobody bothered. Come on. What's the difference? These people need bread. Listen to AOC. AOC told us they need bread to eat for their children. Come on now. Who can be against children eating bread? I mean, that's probably what they did after this. They went and got a baguette. Just go get them there. Coffee creme and the baguette. That's probably what they just go down the fucking baguette, get them, pick them up, get the jewels back. Come on now. Okay. High security. I love that. High security. The whole thing was high security. They interviewed our friend, Yo Girl. They interviewed her. And you know what she said? She said that everything worked perfectly because the alarm went off after 3 minutes. So even though jewels were taken, nobody was hurt, the thieves had no problems, they came into the convenience store, they got their stuff, they left, the alarm went off, apparently, which was a success, she said. The alarm worked as planned. And celebrate the small things in life. Guys, don't always look at the bad side. The alarm worked. Now, they got the jewels. Nobody knows who they are. They're getting melted down. But the alarm worked. I mean, we're starting somewhere. You got to start somewhere. That was like that data security person for, was it Equinox, the credit? I did a video about that. And you know what she said? She had, on video, she was right? Surprising. Another security person, 100 million Americans, Social Security and birth date and all the data used that can be used to steal their identity was taken, and it can never be changed. You get one security number. So for the rest of their lives, everybody on that list has to worry and constantly monitor their credit because someone can take their identity because they have everything they need. Everything. And you know what? It was another female security guard. She was in charge of online data security. I did a whole video about it. You should watch it. And guess what? She had a degree in sociology, which everybody knows is so important when it comes to security. Sociology. And guess what? She's a motivational speaker too. You know what? She did speeches that are on YouTube and you can find them. And you know what she said? She said data security is a great job for women. She was at a women's college talking. She said, you know why? Because you can learn on the job. And you know what? The reason why the data was stolen is because Windows was not updated. So she learned. She learned on the job. You don't think how much she learned. She now knows that the head of security for the largest credit monitoring company in America, and 10 million Americans had their data stolen, and all their private information that can be used to steal their identity at any time in the future, till the moment they die. She learned something very important that you might not know, is that when you have a computer, inside that computer, it looks like it's hard, right? If you touch it, it feels hard. But you know what? Inside that hard computer is software, which is soft, like a sponge, like a old mango. You know what I'm saying? Soft. And software, surprisingly enough, it has to be updated. So there you go. She learned, like she said. She learned on the job. I don't know if she kept the job, but I hope so. Because she's learning. And the next person, they're going to have to lose the 110 million other Americans' data in order for her to learn that they need to update the computers. And then I'm sure there'll be a lot of other lessons. And so while all the horses are out of the barns now, like DEI, all the horses are gone now. Like, I think we should increase DEI at this point because now the jewels are gone. All the important data has been stolen, hacked. The F-35 was stolen. I mean, everything now, it's been copied. Everything's been... So really, what's the difference? Let's bring in people with sociology degrees so they can learn about data security, and we can pay them like $500,000 a year. I think it's a great idea. And think about how many people we can help. Now let's get back to this. I love this here, in broad daylight. That's the best. That is the best. Okay, so we got 1,004 minutes. Okay, so this is a good point here. Heist movies make it seem like breaking into these places takes skill. I mean, did you see, was it Ocean's 11? They had an expert in this, expert in that. But keep in mind, these were guys, and they were trying to do something difficult. But not like taking crown jewels. This is easy. All you need is rent a crane, 4 guys, a grinder, which costs about $100, and a T-Max, which I'm saying is not cheap. T-Max going to run you probably $15,000, I bet. Or at least 13, I think. Pretty good money for a T-Max. So come on. This article is wrong. They should be taken, not to be, should be definitely 100% taken to task here. A woman took a video of one of the thieves in action. So I think the security chief failed to mention that. She was looking at the bright side. At the bright side of life. She was looking at this. She said that the alarm worked as planned. Now that was good, and she was correct. But there was other good things. Like somebody got a video of the thieves taking everything in front of everybody in broad daylight. So, hey, they had masks, so we don't know who the fuck they are, but there's a video. I mean, we talk about precious moments in your life. How long are you alive? You need to record those precious moments. Like when your baby's born, you know what I'm saying? When you get that first job, you graduate from high school, the first time, when you get your first Lego kit of how to rob the Louvre, you get the crane, you get when a little boy gets that, he's excited. Man, he's like making the crane. He's like, Daddy, I did it in 3 minutes. Daddy's like, good, not like me, son. Took me 4 minutes of my day to rob the Louvre. Oh man, you did it in 3 minutes, son. You're gonna be a genius. You're gonna be famous. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, girl, all right. She got a video. There you go. Right here's the video. That is awesome. That is so good. YouTube and Instagram, think about it. You got a video. I mean, talk about the first. Is this the first? Probably. First time that a culture had their crown jewels taken broad daylight by 4 guys that were unarmed. I mean, they did have arms, right? Like the right to bear arms doesn't mean that you cut a bear's arms off, because that's not good for the environment. But, you got a record of it. I just think it's a great thing. We now have videos of people stealing humanity's treasures. I mean, you might forget about these things, and you might forget the good times, but when you see these videos, you'll remember that was the time we robbed the Louvre with no guns or knives, and we just walked right in and left on our fucking T-Maxes. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good memory for those guys. So these guys can watch that over and over again, have some laughs, have a barbecue, have a good time. And they got the money to get some real meat too. You know what I mean? Not these cheesy fucking Walmart steaks. Like, they're getting the good stuff from Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? I think we should get at least, get a group together and start. I mean, we got to start somewhere, right? You know what I mean? Maybe we could start, Paris seems like a good place to go. These guys are right on track. And guess what? The good thing is society will never admit that you don't want a female security guard. Like, they'll never see it. There's plenty of time, guys. You got like 50 years. If there's anything like, you're not going to get crown jewels, but come on, you can get at least, something like jewels, right? You can get jewels, money, gold, Bitcoin, whatever you need. Don't worry. Don't worry that the good times are still ahead. Don't think that the thieves got everything. There's plenty of time, and you don't need a gun. You can rent the crane. You don't need to buy the crane. Don't stress out. Your credit, it's okay. Put a deposit on the crane, a couple bucks. It's okay. Don't worry, guys. Things are okay. That's the thing. That's the message of this video, is that is that the future is bright. You know what I mean? It's not all dark. There's still time to steal things. There's things worth being stolen. I mean, the best things might be gone, but hey, still good things, right? That's the way you look in the mirror and say, I'm worth it. I'm somebody. People like me. Just get in the mirror and say that. And think of all the potential jewels that are out there that you can get with no arms. It's great. And there's still hiring female directors, security directors. So don't worry. They're doing everything. All your valuable information and savings and your cultural heritage, they're all being guarded by terrifying female guards. So don't worry. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? And there's been a few more things. Chinese woman, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody asked a very reasonable question. Are these museums in Paris run by Walmart security? No, they're run by women. Come on now. Walmart was started by a man. Come on, don't be misogynistic. Give them credit. Women ran the security. And it was a very historic, important time. There's always going to be, what do you call it? Mishaps, lapses. But it's all for the good because you can learn on the job. Learn on the job. And you know what? I heard she's getting hired by the French nuclear. The French nuclear, they have a huge nuclear. Like French energy is almost all nuclear. So luckily, I hope the rumor's true. She's going to be in charge of all the nuclear plants. So don't worry. She can learn on the job. She's already learned a lot, right? What did she learn? Let's go over the things. Well, maybe, I don't know, put cameras in the Louvre. Come on now. Cameras in the Louvre. That would be a good thing, right? That would be a good thing to learn. Cameras. Don't discount that she is growing. That woman, Boss Babe, is growing, and she knows now. Ask her. She'll tell you. Cameras. I never thought of cameras, but hey, we need to fucking break some glass ceilings, not windows in the Louvre. We need to break glass ceilings, and we need cameras. And somebody told her, she went over to a store you might not have heard of called Costco, and she got a camera, I think, maybe. I don't know. Cameras. I wonder who hasn't heard of cameras. Well, except the Louvre security. Cameras. Come on now, don't ask too much. Here we go. Dominique Buffoon. She was not, they're saying she's a DEI hire. That is racist. I mean, how can anybody say that? French national treasures at risk. No, they're not at risk. They're gone. Okay, they're gone. And he's gone, right? And it's gone, right? That's what that meme was for. The daring raid has humiliated France. No way. Come on now. No, society's not going to honestly look at this. It's just a bump in the road. It's a bump in the road. Yo, girl, she's learning. 46 years old. Now, here's the thing. She was hired by the first female director of the Louvre. So we had a team of terrorizing, bloodthirsty, horrifyingly scary people. We had Buffoon, and what was the other one? There's a few people there. I don't remember what her name is. But anyway, Lawrence Descartes. Lawrence DT Max. She was, that chick, she is tight. How's your business? Tight, yo girl. Yeah, yo girl. She hired a crack director, not smoking crack. She crack director. Now, there's no chance that any of these women had a romantic relationship with any of these criminals. No way. Even though the cops are saying they had to be an inside person, that doesn't mean no. DNA squab with the vajayjay, maybe? See what's going on down there. Might be some DNA from some quick draw artists. Possibly. Maybe. But it might even be worse than that. And here's the scary part. This is actually scary. It might not be them sleeping with the thieves. It might just be pure stupidity, idiocy, moronic knuckleheads with no skills doing important jobs for society that aren't even capable of talking to the press afterwards. No skills, no knowledge. It might be just a complete farce. And you know what might also be? There might be a Frenchman who's very, very qualified, who is unemployed now. A guy who worked in the special forces. I tell you, man, some French guys are fucking scary. I know there's a thing in the States where they make fun of French guys. Dude, there is some seriously badass French guys. Trust me on that. There is some fucking... These dudes, if you start looking at security and you start looking at military of French, they're the secret force, the special forces. Dude, France, that place, I'm telling you. I remember like if you ever meet a mountain man French guy, like they're fucking tough, dude. There are some tough Frenchmen out there. And I think it's a fucking embarrassment that every stupid fucking expat makes jokes about French guys. I really do. It's fucking ridiculous. There is some badass French guys. I'd like to see some names because it is true. But guess what? None of them got the job. And they're unemployed probably. They don't work because we got Yoko, buffoon. She's in there. Don't worry. Let's see here. Marianne Marshall said, France is the laughing stock of the world because of this ridiculous theft. I mean, honestly, could she have said it better? I mean, it's not just laughing. It's like ridiculous. Like it's just the level of incompetence of these DEI hires are just, there are no words. No. It is utter hang your head in shame time. Really, really. And guess what? You better hang your head in shame for all of history if they don't get these jewels back. You know what I'm saying? Like forever. Some things are permanent, guys. You know what I mean? Like Pompeii, the fucking volcano came and that was it. Pompeii done. Crown jewels gone. What's next, guys? Melting down nuclear plants. We've already got airplanes crashing, right? And you know what? Oh, there's where is the thing? Oh, here's the really funny part. Oh, it's not here. Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's not in this article. Oh my God. Oh, I got to add in one thing. So, buffoon, right? Guess what her qualifications were? I read them. She had I'm kidding you not. Think of the wording of this. Think of the wording because they're very careful because they really are embarrassed now. Well, they're not embarrassed of what they did. They're proud of what they did. Don't kid yourself. These guys don't care about the crown jewels. They don't care about French culture. All they care about is getting shit. And they got their friend in there and she got a lot of money for that job. And she's going to leave and get another job. She ain't going to jail. Nothing's going to happen. France lost priceless history, okay, and wealth. And she's going to have no blowback. The worst thing is she'll have to get another job. Think about that. I mean, I don't know. For me, I just don't think that's right. I think there's something wrong with our justice system. This woman should work hard time for the rest of her life. Both these women. Hard time. Slave labor. Like making roads. Look at Cool Hand Luke. That type of shit. For the rest of their lives. There needs to be a punishment for this stuff. And everybody who hired these people. If there's no punishment. Because the thing is, the reason why people think, a lot of people, and you might be one of them, that thinks that they're going to learn from this. No, you don't understand. No, I'm telling you. And no one else is saying this. They don't care. You know why? They got hundreds of thousands of fucking euros in salaries. And their friend made a lot of money and went to their fucking bar, spent money. They don't care. These people want to destroy Western civilization. So the only thing they learned is that you get free money and there's no punishment. So trust me, there will be more of these and nobody cares. It's not like you think. Society does not learn because there's no punishment. There's no hard time for these people. Those airplanes that crashed by the woman who just learned to fly, they're hard time. She's a con man. These are con women. They should be in prison and they should be working hard labor. And there should be definitely 100% something to tell other people that you don't just get free money and then get fired when you lose the country's crown jewels. No fucking way. This era where everybody gets off scot-free, if you get a job and you lose all your company's money, you bankrupt the place, and all you do is walk away and get a new job and spend the money, these losers that bamboozled society to give them work they didn't deserve and now are losing everything that they did, they guarded, and without a care in the world. As long as they're not punished, this charade, okay, and even the Western civilization, like itself, you don't think it can crumble? You don't think so? You really don't think so? You don't think other civilizations have crumbled before? You don't think there's black swans? You're not reading history. No, anything that's alive today that seems strong today can be gone. So I'm not saying you can do anything about it, but I'm saying don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. All right, guys, if you can make it, I'd love to have you. A lot of guys say, I love the summit. I love the videos. They saved my life. And they don't help. They don't give back to the channel. Come to a summit. If this channel helped you, come to a summit, right? I'll have some in America soon. Come to a summit if you can't afford to fly overseas. But if you can, like fucking Philippines, it's pretty awesome. It's going to be fun. And we're going to do another, like I said, I want to do a motorcycle tour of Japan. Probably going to do something in the U.S. around March, April, May before Japan Summit. That's kind of what I'm planning right now. Give back. Give back, not just money. If you need coaching and you could use my help, join Unblackmailable. Don't just try to get free stuff all the time. I'm sticking my neck out here. This channel has caused me a lot of personal problems. I lost a very good job because of this channel. And, I lost a lot of other things too in family court. And this channel was used. So give back. Give back. I'm not saying I'm any kind of victim. I made decisions. I stand behind them. I'm very proud of them. But I'm saying for you, if something helped you, give back. Join a summit. Maybe even sponsor someone to go to a summit. Take a couple people, right? Take a friend. Join Unblackmailable. Do something. And when you come, share honestly. Share with your guts, man. That's another way you can give back, is really fucking share. Try to make it the best fucking time so you can change somebody else's life. All right, guys. Hope you're having a great day. And, this article is supposedly what is it called? Like humor. But I actually used this article for one reason. It was the best article about this. I made 2 videos yesterday. I never published them because they just didn't nail it. This is actually the truth, which is hilarious. That comedy has become the truth, and the truth, what used to be the truth, those channels are now evil, basically. Not comedy. Comedy is funny. No, they're misleading you. Propaganda that leads you down the wrong road. I don't want you to do that. I don't want me to do that. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for listening.